going to throw my 2 pence in on fib extensions.
Wait. Sorry to interrupt the intro, but have you ever been wounded by the markets or looked at the screens with dread? See what I did there with that clip at the beginning? Brilliant film, by the way. If so, at the end of the video, please take a moment to look in the description below. There's some links that can genuinely help you, and also details of the Scruffy squad. It's direct access to myself on a daily basis, and I teach the guys exactly what I do and hopefully guide through the choppy waters of trading. So if that sounds good, please check it out and enjoy the video.
And a warm welcome to one and all. For those of you who haven't seen me before, my name is Langers, and I am the overgrown child that is the Scruffy trader. And wandering Willie behind me is my beautiful wife Winky, who is the supplier of coffee. But what's that got to do with today? Absolutely nothing. Because the whole crux of these videos is to inspire you in your own trading and maybe show you a trick or two along the way. So if that sounds good, please click the little subscribe button. It genuinely helps. And if you are subscribed, please ensure the bell icon's clicked, because apparently YouTube is switching them off. So what we chatting about today? Well, it's fib extensions, and it's a tool that I use all the time, and there's a great debate around how you draw it.
No way!
And I've been picked up on this many times in the past about the way that I do things. Personally, I'm not bothered, because trading is subjective and it is personal to everybody, and you'll do things in your own way, and as long as it works, just keep doing it. You know, one of my number one rules is don't listen to anybody. In other words, you are your best teacher, because only you know your emotions. There's only you know how you can take information in, and then you assimilate it into, well, whatever trading plan that you happen to have. But you look to others to be inspired, hence the channel. Anyway, stop rambling on, big boy, and start talking about fib extensions. Well, yesterday I did a live stream, and I drew my extension in the way that I normally do, and I use fib extensions for various different things. I can project levels that are not there because the price has never been there to draw one. I can use it as an expected target point. I can use it for an expected stop point. There's lots of ways you can use a fib, and they are excellent. I use them every day. But the fib extension confuses a lot of people because of the way that it's drawn. And some textbooks have it the way that I draw it, and others have it drawn where it's staggered. Now, I don't think staggering will ever work, because fibs are all based on maths. And what you're doing there when you stagger a leg is you're bringing an unknown variable into a math equation, and it'll never be accurate. So let me pull up a chart and I'll give you an example. This is the current chart of euro dollar. So it's easy found, and you can easily plot what I'm going to say. There are two ways to draw a fib extension. The first part you need is the drive, then the pullback, and that'll give you the length. All right, what I mean is, there's your drive. You can see that it's solid down and it's pushed back up. Okay, so the argument is, there's the top. You can see that because there's the start of the candle just there. There's the lowest point it got to just there. So that's the first part. Now the argument is that you're supposed to draw it to there, okay, to the top of that pullback. I disagree, and I disagree wholeheartedly, because that is not retraced 100%. So your retracement point is not accurate. All right. And if you're looking at down here, all of these figures are thrown out, because that's telling you that 100% is down here and your 127 is here. Well, if I drag that all the way back up to the start, that's the move down. If it is going to retrace on itself, it would start here and it would end up here. Okay, that would be 100% retracement. Okay, simple stuff. But look where the 127 falls. What do you know? These came down and they respected that level over and over again. So that becomes stronger. For me, that is the way to draw. And let's have a look. We'll do it again. I'll find another impulse move down. That's pulled down, it's pushed back up, and then it's come down again. So let's have another look. Extension. Started kind of up there. It's all rough figures. To there. Back to the top. Pull it across. Oh, what do you know? Oh, shit. Buggered it. Do it again. Extension. Right, so we started up here. Kind of on the top of that candle. Got to there before it retraced back and came back. And then across. See, that candle there kind of started that move. It retraced its way back up. And then what do you know? Where did it find its level? The 127.2. And it does it over and over. And that's kind of the argument that I'm having. You see, if I push this to the tops of there, say, it's not even close to the 127, which is the designated target point for the Fibonacci extension. It's not even close to it. But if I push that back to where it came from, it comes into play. So the maths always marry up, because this is a variable, and it really is a variable. And the idea is to kind of try and see how far it will retrace on itself, because it's either going to be an extension where it's going to continue to make a new low, and you want to know where the next stalling point is, which is the 127, or you want to see if it's going to come all the way back up. And if it is, then you have your targeting points. Okay, so if I take that off, I mean, a lot of people would use, say, a retracement tool, and that's drawn just there to contain, and there you go. It respects these levels. Simple stuff, simple stuff. But that's just kind of the way that I draw a Fibonacci tool. There's no right or wrong. If you're happy using a variable leg, that is fine. But if you're looking for a quick retracement and where it's going to find its levels, take it to the top, take it to the bottom, bring it back to the top, and it means the maths is always equal for the moves. It will always be the same. If you're introducing a variable in the middle, it can't be repeatable. And that's just my take on it. Practice it, play with it, and see how it works. But for me, it will always be drawn the way that I've just shown you. So just a quick one today. It was really just to answer a question from Yanis. So salute to you, my friend. And it's nothing to get uptight about or anything like that. It's just your own perception. And for me, that works, and it's repeatable, and it's pays me, because ultimately that's all I'm here for. I am just here to be paid. Well, actually, I'm here to keep out the trouble from the winker that's just running around behind me. And if we ask her nicely,
well, you'd like a coffee.
That's very, very kind of you. Looking very pretty today.
Thank you.
Any chances?
I said I'd make a coffee.
It's almost a shot. If you watch the other videos, you'll see the running joke running through that. Here's a clue.
Hello.
Sorry. I've got to slip them in every once in a while, you know. The thing with trading is you have a lot of spare time while you're waiting for trades to come along. And for all some people think it's boring and one thing and another watching the charts. It's not. It's quite exciting. I love it. But I still need to have little moments of clarity in my mind, otherwise I'll go mental. So that's where all the fun and joy comes from. And one of the beauties of working for yourself, I'm at home a lot, and I can run around like a lunatic and have a jolly old time of things. So I love my job and I love my life. So with that, I'm going to go down and terrorize my wife while she's making a coffee and get back on the charts. So as always, guys, do what you love and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.